And I've got the microphone on. Welcome everyone. Glad to have you all on board tonight. And wow, something different on the screen for a change. And that is Mount Etna in Sicily. And yes, we have bacon. It is fresh. It is live. It is what we see right now. So, thanks. And Yvonne Kunkel is in here. She's actually up on Mount Etna. And welcome. Thank you, Yvonne. And she's driving. Well, I don't know if she's driving. Somebody's coming down. She's in the car. And they're coming off of Mount Etna right now back to the observatory, from what I understand, or close to it. So anyway, she did try to stream up there. It didn't work. So it's one of those things. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board. Today is Tuesday. So one fish, that hamburger that you said you were going to pay for on Tuesday, you got to pay for it today, or you were not going to get no more cheeseburgers. Oh, hang on. Maybe that was Popeye. Or no, the other guy. What's his name? I can't remember. It's Wednesday. Oh, come on. Don't take that fun out of the game here, Piggy. It's Wednesday for you. It's Thursday for somebody else. Oh, Wednesday there already. In the future, and still on that, but we have we'll drive back, driving back soon or something like that. All right. As long as you get some nice pictures, would be a cool Wednesday there as well. Yeah, by 48 minutes or 49 minutes or 50 minutes or something like that. 60 minutes, an hour. Okay, let's call it an hour. Anyway, glad to have everyone here, and everything is cool. Thank you, Piggy, for 59 minutes. Thanks. Thank you, Piggy, for those 2 super chats. That is awesome. Appreciate that wonderful support, and that is very kind of you. Okay, I do appreciate it, Piggy. And anyway, yeah, for those who are looking at our screen, that is what we've got going on. Mount Etna is erupting, doing her thing. That is from what I understand from the southeast Fisher area, if I'm correct. Yvonne can correct me on that if I was wrong, but that is all awesome, and that is pretty nice to see fresh lava flowing, and we like it. Fresh lava is always tasty. Southeast crater, yes. Okay, thank you, Yvonne. That makes sense. And 2 a.m. there. Wow, Piggy. That is incredible. As long as you can stay awake, no worries. Anyway, I'm kind of looking here between screens here. Apparently, we got Limpy is sitting out there looking around the yard, and I don't know why he's sitting there on his back feet. He's supposed to be going to eat. Oh, now he's going to eat. All right, near. Sure. Anyway, let's get at the show here. So, of course, like I say, what we're seeing on the screen, that is wonderful Etna, and it is doing its thing. We love it, and it is always nice to be able to see it doing its eruptive activity, especially when we can see beautiful bacon like this. And I missed any reply there, that one fish I mentioned about the cheeseburgers on Tuesday. I got a Mad Hatter already, a Piggy. Oh, Mad Hatter. Boy, I hope you ain't getting too mad there. Anyway, let's get the cookies out here, and I think it was Pepper that got in first, but I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't there, so I will give some cookies and perhaps a couple of these just to make sure that Tom actually has something to chew on as well. And there we go. And so Tom and Pepper, first one's in today, and that is awesome. And glad to have everyone else here. Pepper gives her a bone to all. Okay. And antlers for Pepper. Yeah, we got to get some of them. I'd like to see that. Pepper with antlers. That would be cool. And maybe Tom can arrange that. Some growth hormones. And that would be pretty cool. I don't think your username is long enough. I think smiley face, it's LOL Gemma Super Kitty 2, and the cat is going to. I don't know if he can put any more spaces in there or anything. I think he's used the entirety of the name stuff. So anyway, let's get at stuff here. Welcome to all of you, and we'll say hi to, first off, the smiley face. It's LOL Gemma the Super Kitty 2, Dave, and possibly Claire. And I am doing well. One Fish 26 also in the channel. John Raper is there. Brian Perfectability 999. And Tom Dice, of course, with Pepper, who got the cookies. And going up, King Colin Deadman also in here. Henry Nelson made it in. Welcome. Linda Schoof is here. Welcome, Linda. Going up the list. Looking for others. Sue Hayes is in the house, and of course we have our wonderful Yvonne Kunkel, who is up on Mount Etna right now. She's up there somewhere. I can't see her in this camera shot, obviously, but she is up there somewhere. Anyway, maybe she can get in front of the camera. I don't know. That camera is mounted far away, so that's okay. We won't bug her about that. Looking up a little bit more, we see Astronomy Live with David Brewer. Welcome, David. Glad to have you on board. And going up, looking for more names. Sophie is here. Welcome, Sophie. And we got Hermione and Fluffy in the house as well. And let's see, who else have we got? Still scrolling up here, looking at Billy Bob Joe is in the house, and I'm still not sure, is it Billy or Bob or Joe that's here today? Kidding. It's all three of you, I know. Yeah, it's all good. Sliding up, looking for more names here. And who do we got? We got Linda already. We got Sophie. Judy McClellan, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. And I'm still scrolling up, looking for others. And let's see. Grandma B is in the house. Welcome, Grandma B. And Full Circle Florida, welcome back. I'm glad to have you on board. And going up some more, looking for others that I haven't mentioned yet. Okay, we got Tom, we got Pepper, we got all of those. Got Billy, and still going up and up and up, looking for more. And yeah, if you do experiencing, if you are seeing buffering on here, it could be them buffering and not me, so don't worry about the buffering for the time being. I will mention if I see buffering. If it is my bit rate's going down, I'll let you know. Still scrolling up here. Echo, 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 the bot is there. Welcome, Echo the bot. Joseph Puderer also in the house, and John, yeah, we got John already. And let's see, Joseph, we got looking and looking and looking for more wonderful, good people. Well, they're all good people, just looking for more of them. And boy, there's a lot of chat been going on. All right, I'm up as far as I can go here, so If I missed a few of you, I do apologize. And let's see, I just got an emergency email in here, and we'll have to take a look and see what it shows. All right. Okay, Tom. We'll we'll use that. We'll use that for sure. That works perfect. That is absolutely fine. We're driving back down. Both of us are tired and glad. We're back at the hotel listening to the listening from the driver's lounge. All right, and that's all cool. No worries. And let's get on with things. So yeah, Etna continued to do this. It was during this earlier, and I was watching, and of course it continued to do that. I really don't know what time this extra eruption started. Maybe Yvonne has some info on that. But that is all cool to be able to see that. Let's get rid of the big banner from up top here. And yeah, that is kind of neat. We're going to pop around though. I'm going to put it on the other one here and see what the other cameras are doing. That is zoom back a little bit, and we'll get that. Have to hit that live button. Anyway, this is from the other viewpoint, and you can't see as much, and of course that's because that smoke is coming up and the angle is a lot different, so we're not able to see, plus it's a little bit out of focus. Not sure we can see anything from the other views. That one is buffering, and that one is not working. All right, oh, and this one is buffering now. Anyway, got that one back to live. That is what we're seeing right now at Mount Etna. So is Etna the one that burned Pompeii? No, that's Mount Vesuvius. Etna is on its own little island, on Sicily. Vesuvius is the one that cooked it. Okay, around early afternoon is when it started to erupt. Okay, thank you, Yvonne. That is awesome. And yeah, Vesuvius is the one who did all the Pompeii things in. So I didn't say hi to all our moderators, by the way. I should do that. And of course, welcome to, I see Diane Craig also made it in. Welcome, and Sharon Stewart is here. Good to see you. And yeah, welcome to the moderators. Arizona Snowman, Piggy, of course, and we can see Piggy, and C&D Boy is also in the channel, and possibly Gary 24/7 Live, AZ Skies hiding in the background as well. And of course, we may have Joseph Fields there as well, and Lucas Snow, you don't know, they're always hiding, which is all right. And let's see, Karen also popped in. Welcome, Karen. Glad to see you. Anyway, that is what we were seeing. It is 1:10 a.m. We're just about 1:11 there right now. And we will put it back on the other screen there to get a little bit closer. And there you can see it. And that is pretty awesome to be able to see live lava coming out of that wonderful thing. Piggy, can you see me? I'm hiding. Nope, can't see you anywhere. Where did Piggy go, everyone? We can't see Piggy. That's all fun. Can warm my hands now. Yep, that would be cool, and that would be pretty awesome. We can see a Thistle. Yeah, Thistle, attack Thistle. Lost in the abyss. Uh-oh, peekaboo. All right, Teresa is in the house. Welcome, Teresa. Aloha to you. And let's see if the Nightbot will work on my channel. Why is your Nightbot not working? It should. Did you allow it to be in your channel? Mine works all over mine as long as I'm live. And that's the only criteria. It needs to be live. If it wasn't, if it's not live, if you're trying to do a live stream and you're trying to use the bot beforehand, before you go live, it won't work, David, just so you know. But anyway, that is a beautiful site on our crashed and burned. About time. Yeah, Thistle crashed and burned. Anyway. Did you give it a bath? Yeah, you got to give it a bath, then it'll crash. That's all. Lots of excitement. Is it live or is it Memorex? I don't know. Is Memorex? I don't know if we got Memorex anymore. I think this is basically electrons on chips, from what I see. Should be up in 10 minutes. Anyway, so yeah, I love looking at that thing when it is actually going, and we do have other places to go though. David, your bot works. He gave me warnings twice. Yvonne, there you go. Tom, what? I'll be being chewed on. Ain't being chewed on. All right. Yeah, you don't want to get chewed on. Those little razor teeth are sharp. Where is the new fissure? Is it on the other side? It's the southeast crater, full circle, and that's where it is. It's below the southeast crater. Yep. So pretty cool looking though. We like it. And that is kind of awesome. 2,800 meters roughly. And yep, it continues to pour out of there. That's the same location where we've seen it before. Now, from my understanding, it actually originally started over here somewhere, or is this actually all the lava flow and it originally started here? I thought it was down a little bit lower before, Yvonne. I'm not sure if that is correct, but it is flowing down, and that is pretty awesome to see. We like it. It is a wonderful and a beautiful sight. So very cool. And as Yvonne mentioned, both are erupting at the crater and the fissure. Ah, okay, that is that's great to know. So that is pretty cool. So what we looked at yesterday there with that long stream of lava flowing down, that will probably be re-engaged and get more lava flow going down there. That would be cool. And of course, Yvonne will get back up there once it gets daytime. She's going to have a busy day, I think, for the most part. And that'll be cool and awesome. So, and let's see, where shall we go away from this for a few minutes, though? What we will do is go around to some of the other sites. Have a quick peek at Iceland and stuff like that, and we'll see what else we've got. So, yeah, Yvonne, let me know when you can send those pictures. That would be nice. Anyway, let's do our thing here. So we'll pop over to Iceland. And just got to get myself on the right screen here, and celebrating a fresh lava. Wow, Linda, that is awesome. Thank you very kindly for that $10 super chat. Linda got it written down here. There we go. And thank you kindly for your support, Linda. And we do appreciate fresh lava. It is tasty, and we like it. And awesome. And thank you kindly, Linda. That is great support. Okay, so let's not burn all our fresh lava real quick. Let's go over to Iceland. We'll see what's happening there. I'm trying to do that as quickly as possible. There is our shot, of course, of the nighttime shot in Reykjavik. We'll go back about 9 hours, take a look at what their day was like, and hopefully it wasn't anything bad. There we go. Actually, it didn't look too bad from this angle. We do see the snow up in the hills, and in the far mountain range there, we do see that snow up there, a little bit more up here as well. Pretty cool. And let's go over to the other shot. I'm going to put this one back on live, and that one, of course, was downtown Reykjavik there. This one will go back about that 9 hour mark, something like that. And there you go. It looks frosty. Looks like they got a little bit more of a dusting of snow. So, yep, a little bit more snow. It was cold enough there to freeze. So they definitely got some of that. You can actually see it out here on the runways as well. A slight dusting on the fields and a little on the cool side. All right, we'll skip that back to live, and we will go over to this one, have a quick peek and see what Katla is doing. And Katla is kind of sort of hiding in the clouds since it's not that sunny of a day there. Let's see, did we get any sunshine anywhere? No, it looks pretty grayish no matter where we point the thing. But you can see that, and of course that is where Katla is located, underneath all that snow and ice in the back. And that is it for there. So Katla, not doing anything, not blowing up, we're all good. Putting it back on here, popping over to the harmonic tremor charts really quick, or as we call them, the Brumble charts. Did have it on Grimsey. Let's put it on Grindavik, and there's Grindavik. I'm going to refresh that real quick and see what we've had for activity today. So, yep, somewhere in the middle here of the day, we had an uptick and a spike, but for the most part, it did go up, and we're back down on all three colors, indicating that things have gotten quiet again. And that's kind of the way it is there. So that is Grindavik, and we'll probably see the same on Krusvik. And let's take a look there real quick. Grindavik is on the southeastern side of Fagradalfjall, since our Fagradalfjall chart is not working. And of course, Krusvik is on the other side, on the northeast side, rather than the southwest. And there you can see it was heading downward as well. So regionally, it's relatively quiet in that area. We're going to double check though and make sure that our Fagradalfjall chart is in fact not been turned back on, since I didn't check it, and I don't want to be left out. And yeah, it's not working. There it is. A blank page, you guys, and not what I like. Mark, aloha, much love and aloha. Welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And I'll leave that be. Quick peek at the quakes. And right now we actually don't have that many quakes. It shows 26 quakes in the last 24 hours. That is not a lot. Save me any cookies. Yeah, there is some. They're on the tray. There's a few still sitting there, Mark. You can have them. And there they are. Munch away. And there we go. Yeah. Fit for a shark. Anyway, let's take a look at these quakes. Like I say, there's hardly any of them, so we'll take a look and see what we've got. This should be relatively quick. 1.26, 5.4 kilometers down, 8:18 a.m. for that guy. That's right on the end of the peninsula. The capital city, Reykjavik, is there. Keflavik Airport right in here. And of course, over here is Grindavik. And then we have the Blue Lagoon right there, and the power plant beside it. This, of course, is Fagradalfjall, our wonderful area for Ragnar. And there's where the Ragnar cone is. And of course, that would be the Siggy Fissure over here. And they're actually showing multiple events for it. So that's pretty cool. But let's take a look at this 0.31, 8.6 kilometers down, 6:13 this morning. So very, very early in the morning. And then we get over here. This is Kristuvik. And this is the other one that we see in the area, 0.85, 6.6 kilometers down from 1533. And that is all we've got there, really. Moving over, we see one on the little peninsula here from 1223.41, 4.7 kilometers down. And then we've got this one here from today, 2240.9, 5.8 clicks down. Sliding over, we got a 0.54. So if it would be a 5, that'd be holy mackerel. Anyway, 0.54, 7.3 kilometers down from 3:14 a.m. Zooming back out, we do see this one out in the water here from 2112, 1.5 in magnitude, 5.2 kilometers down. Then we get into the Katla area, and we'll take a look at these other ones here first. 1.7, 1.1 kilometers down, and it was from 1623. Then this magnitude 1.1 from 5.2 kilometers down, 2040 was the time on it. Then getting into Katla's area, this is from 1:53 a.m., 0.1, 135 meters down. We'll zoom in a little bit on these guys here so we can get them all. 0.38, 135 meters down, 1506. This one is from 5:40 a.m., 0.39, 10.4 kilometers down. This one is from 12 noon, 0.9, 135 meters down. This is a 0.81, and that is 135 meters down from 10:38. And then we've got from 1024, 0.11, same thing, surface area 135 meters down. And this 0.12, 135 meters down again from 11:12 today. So, little guys, not sure what we're going to have happening over there. Going over here to Grimsvatn. Grimsvatn has got a 0.6, 1.1 kilometer down, and that is from 2031. And then over here at our, what's that guy? Bardabunger. Bardabunger. 11:03 a.m., 0.83, 21.2 kilometers down. That's a deep quake for Iceland. We don't usually see them that deep. We don't see anything immediately around Askja. And then we get a little closer, and there's Herderbreed. And of course, this one here from 1532.25, 6.4 kilometers down. The other one is a 0.4, 5.7 kilometers down from 1710. And on the north side there, this one is 0.82 in magnitude, 3.4 kilometers down, at 9:39 a.m. Really nothing. What happened to all our swarming? You know, it's like everything has just stopped whatever it was doing. 0.63, 4.7 kilometers down from 2:08 a.m. For that one. A 1, and it is 11 kilometers down from 23:28, fairly fresh. Then we've got a 1.06, and that is 11 kilometers down from 1111. 11 kilometers down at 1111, and that's interesting. So this 1.44 should be 4.4 kilometers down. No, it's 9.5. It wouldn't do that to us, would it? But it did come in at 154, 54 this morning. And the fresher magnitude one, 5.4 kilometers down from 2016. Yeah, I gotta stop looking at the other numbers when I'm saying stuff. Anyway, that's our earthquakes, you guys. Really, not that much, 26 of them, and that is very few, considering what we normally see there. Welcome, Leo Carlson. Glad to have you on board. And last minute chores? Oh, yeah, of course. Last minute chores are always nice. Anyway, there, we're going to put it back on here while I continue with my ramble just before the break. Of course, this is Mount Etna in Sicily, and we are seeing the southeast event and that area that's at the 2,800 meter mark, where the little fissure there opened up. And hang on, I see you sneaking around here. Let go of my clock, mister. Stop that, Mr. Kim Raudenbush. And somebody trip him on the way out. And don't let him have any cookies today. He doesn't get cookies for that. Anyway, welcome, Kim. Nice to see you. Quit messing with my clock. Anyway, that is what we see on the screen. Beautiful shot of wonderful Etna. And you gotta love it, you guys. That is nice to see fresh bacon. And we really do appreciate it. So thank you, lava workers. And I appreciate that. And thank you, Yvonne, for talking to them sternly and getting them to spill the beans, if you know what I mean. Anyway, for those good people who are here and enjoying the show, please set up tripwire. There you go, Piggy, and that is awesome. What has already rated a dock for Stromboli? Yeah, he's gonna get coal tomorrow. You wait. That'll fix him. Cole Stromboli. Anyway, enjoy what you see on the screen, you guys. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and you've got Mount Etna in Sicily erupting on the screen, throwing out some beautiful bacon for us to, savor. We can savor this bacon. That is awesome. Anyway, hit that like button if you haven't hit it yet. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing. That would be awesome of you, especially if you feel we've earned it. On that, a friendly note, hard rye Stromboli. No, I'm just putting lava chunks in there, or coal. He'll never know the difference. It'll be crunchy all the same. Anyway, let me go take that break, you guys. I'll put on some lovely music, some lavely music. How about that? We'll see what we've got. Oh, buffering, Bay for 3, we're buffering. And hang on that. Let's see if it continues to buffer. Okay, we're safe for now, I think. I'll keep an eye on it, though. Anyway, let's throw that music on. Keep smiling. And I don't like that song. Do I like that song? No. This one, the Choo Choo Train one. I like that one. This is called Empty-Headed Man by the 126ers. And I'll go take my break. I'll be back, you guys. Play nice in the lava. And no making bacon sandwiches while I'm gone. Unless you're putting tomatoes and lettuce on there and some mayo. Don't forget the pepper. Get it? The pepper? Tom. Don't forget to put pepper on there. I'll be back. And speaking of antlers and pepper, actually I gotta do that before I go away here. Let me do that. Tom has a picture of pepper with antlers, and we'll put that up there. Let me just save it real quick here, and then I'll show it to you guys. But yeah, this is a picture of pepper with antlers, so it'll be good. You guys will get a laugh out of it. It'll be good. It'll keep you happy. So everyone wanted to see a pepper with antlers, and we will show you a pepper with antlers. It will be perfect. You will enjoy it. Let's see, where's that picture? Gotta be here somewhere. Start with P. Oh, there it is. Okay, a pepper with antlers. Oops. Yep, there is pepper, and definitely got a free. Is that a free or a 4-pointer there, Tom? That is a pepper with antlers. Anyway, that's a little bit of fun. Enjoy it, you guys. We'll put you back to the bacon. So you wanted to see pepper with antlers. There you go. And that's all cool. All right. Yvonne says, at the observatory, now parking our staff, packing our stuff and heading back to the hotel room for a few hours sleep. Yvonne, don't forget your USB cable. I'll be back, you guys. Thanks. And sleep well, Yvonne. And there we go. I've got that microphone back on, and our lava is looking like it's getting clouded over a little bit. But we'll keep our fingers crossed that it continues to show well enough that we can show it. Anyway, thank you for the welcome backs from John Raper and Sue Hayes and Leo Carlson saying, welcome back, the bopping lava whisperer. Yeah. All right, and all awesome. And okay, cookies. Hang on. I'm trying to read some other stuff. Let's see. I was looking in the wrong place. Thank you for the welcome backs from Cookster Littlefield and King Colin Dedman, and welcome Kananaskis Country, and thanks Hermione and Fluffy, and I hear you from Sharon Stewart from I hear you DrFox2000 way over there. All right, no worries, thanks. Oh, gotta have some fun. Come on, guys, a little bit of nonsense is always nice. Let's leave this wonderful bacon though. We will leave it for now. We will get back to it shortly, and we'll take a look at a few other volcanoes. There are a couple things that we want to look at, so let's have a quick peek at our wonderful Azores first off. And of course I got that screen slightly wrong. Let's get over onto that one. We'll go real quick. And of course, and today you can see the lights of Pico Island just a little bit. There's a strait in between here. These are two separate islands. We are on the island of São Jorge, or São Jorge, if you want to say it in Portuguese. This area down here is the harbor, all lit up, and this is one of the towns on the island of São Jorge. And of course, that is Pico Island over on the other side. And you can't see a Pico volcano over there, but it is there. That one is dormant though. Anyway, next we have the wonderful moonshot again with our cove that we look at here, and to see how much white water we've got. And we've got a fair amount. The seas are fairly rough there, so if you're going out on a little boat, I wouldn't advise it. Get a bigger boat. And otherwise you're going to end up like Gilligan's Island. You're going to end up deserted over there on Pico Island or Fayal Island or one of those. Hopefully you won't, and they won't ever find you over there. Well, Pico Island, there's people there, and an airport. You can fly out of there. That's okay. Anyway, let's take a look, see what we've got for quakes there today. We'll make that bigger again. And really not too much. One for the 13th, and that's not like yesterday where we had 3. 1.5 came in at 11:16 a.m. And let's take a look at the other bigger map, of course. For those who aren't familiar with it, there's São Jorge, that long skinny island. This is Pico Island, and this is Fayal, and the other volcano over here on this one on Terceira, and that is where the other active volcano, or well, code yellow is anyway. And we'll refresh this. Let's get a new screen on here, and we'll give them more advertising kudos. They are only showing the one earthquake today, the 1.5 in the entire area, so we don't even need to worry about checking other things, but there it is. So it is 13 hours ago, 1.5, and that is on São Jorge, nothing else in the area. This, of course, is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, and here you have the wonderful Azores fault, or East Azores fault, as they call it, and that, of course, is in between the plates there, or separating the plates. I didn't want to do that. I want to go zoom out. There we go. Give you a better idea of what it looks like. There's Iceland up top there. Of course, this is Portugal and Spain, and of course you can see Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and of course Florida down here, the eastern portions of the states, and Africa. So that is the Eurasian plate, this is the North American plate, and this is the African plate. That is the divider. Wow, Leo, thank you for a guy who's saying a good night to everyone. That is very kind of you, Leo Carlson, and thank you very much for that wonderful super chat there, Leo. And just writing that down, $14.99. There we go. That is awesome, and thank you kindly, sir. And good night, all. Okay, it's off to work I go. LOL. Okay, again, thanks again, Doc. Appreciate you and all the mods and everyone else in here. Oink oink. Take care, Leo. Have a safe day at work. And for a guy who turned 65 and retired, you are working awful hard. Anyway, that is okay. Anyway, that's good for right now. We'll zoom that back in just a little so I know where it is. And just wanted to see, they didn't put a depth for that quake, so we don't need to worry about that. And we'll carry on to our next screen. I'm going to put that one back on here so I can always find it. And again, thank you, Leo, and have a wonderful day there. And yes, I see the buffering. Don't anybody say it's buffering. It's buffering, okay? Yeah, we see that. And there it is, puffing, and that is at 1756. And we do see we had more activity there. Iron clad ramp wonky donkey. Rump of wonky donkey. Okay. All right. He's protected himself with iron cladding, you guys. You're going to have to get those new laser darts there to be able to get them. So remember that. Use the laser darts. The 17 waters should be enough to poke it in there really quick. He might really scream though, but that should be all right. You can still pin that tail on there, but all good. Uses a magnet to ping the tail on the donkey. Yeah, that'll work too, Kim. Pretty awesome. Anyway, let's go back a little bit more here and take a look at. We did have some times where it was fairly quiet and not doing anything there at Popocatépetl, but it's been smoking on and off all day long. We can see some of the plumes coming out of there. And I'm just trying to get to another spot here where it had a little more of a puff. And right about here, we should see it. There it comes. And it continues to off-gas fairly heavily. And, of course, I'll throw out some ejecta every once in a while. And, of course, that is full of gases and ash and stuff like that. So I'm not good to breathe. And prior to that, we did have another one. That was at 11:44, by the way. And this one here is at what time? 9:46. I had 9:45 on my paper. So, yeah, that's all good. We see it popping out of there as well. And that, again, continues. So, it's been doing this all day, and we could go over these individual spots, but let's go back here. Piggy, you can't see. Okay, what funded the laser? Okay, Dr. Fox funded the lasers. Yeah, I did. Of course, I funded the lasers, and. It's all good. Anyway, this is what at 6:55 a.m. what it looked like, kind of a neat shot, and it had a fairly long sustained output from that blast. That must have been at least 10-15 minutes. Typically we see it puff up once and quit, but that one was actually a pretty good one. And it kept going. So we are seeing longer term or longer duration eruptions happening there, and that is pretty awesome. Hopefully it'll get its feet completely wet. And that one was not bad, but let's go back to the other one. There's another one. By the way, that was actually a very dirty, this one. If we go ahead a little bit more, you can see, like I said, this continued on with its activity. So we definitely have more action from Popocatépetl, but let's go back just a little bit more and to another period of time, just a little earlier at 6:04 a.m. While the stars were still out. And there you can see I'm just advancing it 5 seconds at a time just to expedite this, otherwise we'll be here all day. Anyway, that is a lot of ash coming out of there, a lot of material. It is sunlit and partially moonlit from the view, so the moon from one side, sun from the other as it's rising at 6:06 a.m. and we see that, and that was a pretty good blast. And let's see, anything beyond that earlier? Yeah, we did have that other one, and it does show up here now. And this one here was a little bit deeper into the night at 4:55 a.m. and we see that blasting out. And again, looking pretty grayish, of course, lit by moonlight, so very awesome to be able to see that. I saw buffering, and for once it wasn't me. Kim, that's nice. Hey, it buffered, and oh, it's buffering. Never mind. Anyway, it continued to do that, looked pretty darn good, so we kind of like it, and I'll leave it there. We're going to put that one back on live. And that is what it is doing right now. And of course 1852 there in Mexico. This is about 70 kilometers south of Mexico City, and it is doing its thing. And of course the other shot is from earlier. I don't know why. Let's see, there it is. That's it now. Actually it did look pretty good from earlier, but I want to see if we can go back all the way here as well. This is actually the shot I was originally going to use for my thumbnail today, but then Etna came along, so did its thing. And that is pretty awesome. And anyway, we're going to leave it there. We'll put that back on live. That is what it looks like right now. Oli, welcome back, and Wonky, don't get too close to the lava in that armor. yeah, that could hurt you. And our other one disappeared here. What happened to Fuego? Let's while we're waiting for Fuego, we'll go to the next one. And that one isn't showing a heck of a lot, but this is our wonderful San Miguel. No, hang on. Yeah, San Miguel. And you can see it had a nice cloud up top. Some awesome streaks going across here. This was at 1709. If we go back a little further, it did look a little clearer there. And not too much coming out of it at that point. 12 noon or 12:30, it was pretty quiet looking. And if we go back a little bit more, and not too much coming out of it today. Let's see if the other one has gotten ready there. Fuego, show us your stuff. And there is a Fuego. And that doesn't look like high definition to me. Well, that's a little better, but still not high def. Anyway, that is what we see there today. So 5-minute warning. Thank you, Tom. That's pretty cool looking. And if we go back, I don't know how much we will actually have here as far as the activity. Let's go to about this point. They did restart their stream not too long ago. Well, actually about 8 hours ago. I'm haven't really checked it. Let's back that up. Let's watch this blow out here. And this is in real time, but that happened at 17:16, and that was pretty cool. Very, very dark, very large eruptive cloud. What I was looking for was to see if there was any lava down on the bottom, but we didn't see any. But that is very, very dark. Partially the reason for it being dark, of course, is because the sun is over on this side. So we're kind of silhouetted in the background, but that is good. Rendered lasers useless. You got yourself a mirror, did you? Anyway, we do see the extra material sliding down the hill here, making it all gray, or, well, you can see the dust from it, and even a little bit on this side. You can see some of the streaks coming down, so material dropping out of that plume, and definitely had its thing. And let's see, yeah, we'll speed that up a little bit. I want to get at a couple other things here. And yeah, it kept on doing its thing. You can see more material coming out, and that cloud is getting out of the way as we advance it. And you can see the material has rolled down the hill quite a ways. And it continues to be very, very eruptive. Now, Fuego, of course, we like it because it gives off some very good pictures for those who are there, not from this camera. This camera typically goes to black and white at night, but this is one of the pictures from recent of Fuego. And I think that is very, very lavely, and I really do like seeing it in color, and I wish the nighttime mode was color for us. And that is a very, very awesome picture, and of course that is from Volcano, where is that from? That's, yeah, hang on, that's the picture there. volcanodiscovery.com. So you guys are welcome to go over there and have a look at it. It was really cool to be able to see that, and I like that. That is nice. What a suction cup. What the heck are you doing to that poor donkey? Oh my God, a good idea with the body armor, Trev. Yeah, but he's got problems now. He's getting too close to that lava. That's going to give him some real burns. Anyway, before we carry on, that is our wonderful Fuego for today. And we do have to really say it is not bad. And we'll put it back on to live. There it is, right at present. The candle is lit. Looks like there's still some lava sitting on the side of the hill, and even over here a couple of spots. So it definitely is doing its thing today. We already looked at this guy. Going to put him back on live as well. And quick peek, going down a little further south there into Nicaragua. That is what Momotombo looked like today, and that is just a still shot. We'll refresh it. We can't see it in the dark. That's okay. And of course this is a Messiah volcano, also continuing to smoke very heavily. And we can't see our little lava down on the bottom. I'm going to refresh that. That was from earlier. This is from now. So there you can see the lava. Pretty cool. Messiah volcano. And okay, I know it's just about break time, but I got to show you this other one. I'm going over to Semeru for a minute. And there is Semeru. We'll take a look at the rest of Semeru shortly. But I did say, yeah, I know, Piggy. I hear it too. Okay, I feel it. Anyway, I'm going to show you this little video clip here. This was from 22:38 yesterday their time, and this is watch the clip, and you'll be thoroughly amazed. And let's see if we can let that run from the beginning, and keep your eye on the skies above it. And I did double recording here, so it's going by full speed first, and then we show it at the slower pace when we see it going again. But keep your eye on it. It'll come up and it'll move fairly quickly. There it is. A double whammy. We had two meteors at the same time on the screen above Semeru. That is awesome. And the replay here will come up right away. So give it a second, and you'll see it come by a little slower there. And you see that going down. There's the one, there's the other one. And both in different directions, which is really kind of weird. That's kind of cool to see that. So, yeah, that is to me, that's a little on the unusual side. But anyway, that is pretty awesome to see, you guys. We'll play that again one more time here, just to let you watch the whole thing. And then we'll go from there. So, and then I got to take a break, because you can probably hear my voice is done. So, anyway, when we get back, there goes the thing. When we get back from the break, we'll definitely have some bacon seeds, and that is all good. 2 times Geminid peaks tonight. Yep. That is actually a very, very awesome display to see a double shot like that. And that is really cool. One coming one way, one coming the other way. And usually they're all in the same direction, but this was pretty awesome. Anyway, that is good for that one right now. We'll leave that be. And hope you guys enjoyed that. This is what it looks like there right now. If we go to the full screen, that's what they've got up there. So anyway, let's see if we can put you back onto some lava. And I don't know what Etna looks like right now, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully it is still visible, kinda. All right, I'll leave it here for right now. After the break, of course, we will have bacon seeds. And for those good people who are here, if you haven't yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting it. That would be really, really awesome. Also, if you are sitting on the outside and haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe if you feel we've earned it. On that friendly note, I want to go take a break and rest my voice. So I will be back in 5 or 6 minutes or thereabouts. And then I will see how my voice is doing, and we'll go from there. Don't go away, guys. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Hit that like button. I'll be back. And that microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board. And of course, I am your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching a VolcanoX live stream. I see some clouds have moved in and are hiding our lava in Sicily. Of course, and that is Mount Etna. Thank you for the welcome backs from it's okay, smiley faced. It's LOL Gemma Super Kitty 2 Kitty. Thank you, Dave, and thanks, Cananaskis Country, and Super Sue Hayes, and welcome back from Teresa. Thank you, everyone. That is all cool. And I did promise bacon seeds, so let's go over and we'll have a look before I get sidetracked and see a squirrel or something. Let's do this, and that is last one from yesterday. And of course, Piggy sent some fresh new ones, so there's her on our computer. She's working hard. Dr. Fox, tell Piggy off for losing my hiney protection and breaking my butt mirror. What? Oh my God! I'm not gonna. She's gone to bed. Trev, I can't do that. You're gonna have to fend for yourself. Anyway, she sent that one in. I think we might have seen that one before, but I think that might be something to do with she's trying to keep warm. Has to keep warm. She put her onesie on, and that is pretty good. Of course, that is a pig in sheep's clothing. All good. We've seen this one before, but we don't mind it. I think that's kind of cute. Next one is this one, and that's got some woolies on too. Looks like a knitted outfit, and the little pig is smirking, going, "Hey, look, I'm all dressed up." That's pretty awesome. And Piggy works hard for us. Thanks, Piggy. Yes, she does. She is a very, very good person all the way through. And tea coaster, or tea cozy. All right, there we go. Here's our next bacon seed, and I like this guy. He's got some long eyebrows. Yeah. Or is that eyelashes? It looks like eyebrows. Those whiskers that are sticking up there. Little on the fuzzy side, but dressed nonetheless, and looking pretty awesome. Let's get to our next one, and that is this little bacon seed, and definitely not missing any meals. That is a tiny little bacon seed. Serious bopper on the last one. Yeah, this one looks like it ran into a wall and scrunched his bopper a little bit. Anyway, that is always awesome. Lowrider, if you want to call him that. Just found the glue. Anyone any good at puzzles? Oh yeah, of course we're good at puzzles. Just not that kind. Yeah. Oh, next bacon seed, and this one ain't taking no guff. That little dog going, "Hey, what are you?" And the pig just like, "Go away, you got bad breath." Yeah, definitely not looking or lacking food either on either one of them. And yeah, it's kind of cute. More food will fix it. What? More food will fix it. Anyway, let's get to our next bacon seed. And that are these guys. Oh, they took their boots off before they went in. Looks like there's 3 of them in there, actually. And they are in their little house. That is pretty cool. Pretty awesome to see. And that is a nice little bacon seeds hiding in their little house, staying out of the sun. Pretty awesome. And our last bacon seed for today, and that is this one, and that is a tutu. This little girl obviously is going to go be a ballerina when she grows up. And definitely a tutu or a 3-3. I don't know what they call those. I think it's a tutu. But looks pretty awesome. And Piggy, if you're still listening, thank you very kindly for sending us the bacon seeds. They are awesome as usual, and we do appreciate that. That is a really nice tutu. Yep. Well, I guess it has to be a tutu, because if you have 3-3, it doesn't make sense, does it? Buffering. Why are you buffering? There's no reason to be buffering. I'm steady as it goes with my bits here. So that's got to be on your end, Trevor. Are you sure you didn't put the glue in the wrong spot? Anyway, all good. And let's carry on with what we were looking at earlier. Hey, Brian, Rock Rail fan, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Sue says no buffering here, and that is good. Thanks for the bacon seeds. Yep, Piggy is awesome doing that. Really do appreciate her. Even if she isn't listening, I'm going to say it anyway. I really do appreciate Piggy. She does a wonderful job with all of the support that she gives for the stream, and very friendly, very kind, and good person all the way through. Or hang on, a good Piggy all the way through. And there we go. That's more politically correct. And she's a good person, though, no matter what. All right, let's go back over to Semeru. And we already looked at the meteor flying by Semeru. And obviously, we enjoyed that. And with the double whammy. And the double whammy was pretty cool. But for right now, let's go back to our live feed. They had switched things up a little bit. We do see they've got things happening here. They pulled back out a little bit as far as that shot was concerned. And if we go back into the nighttime shots here, we do see it throwing out some lava. And I want to get back to about here, and that should work. There you can see some more bacon coming down, and it kept on doing that. It's been fairly eruptive the last little while. I'm advancing it 5 seconds at a time here, trying to get to see where it went poof. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Maybe I need to go 10 seconds at a time. Expedite that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So I was a little bit back yet. Anyway, that's what we were seeing at 4:07 a.m. from Semeru. And that was actually pretty awesome. And it continued to do what it was doing. And that is really, really cool. And we did like that. That lava got a little bit bigger there. Of course, you can see it moving down. Unfortunately, with the slower camera frame rate, it doesn't do us that much good, but at least we can see it, and it is fairly decent looking. And of course, that's not me manipulating anything. That is their slower frame rate that they've set for the nighttime. And that is what we see. So pretty awesome, and we do like that. So definitely worthy of having a look at Semeru, and that is pretty cool there. If we go back a little bit more, we've seen a little bit more bacon coming down from it earlier, and there was a little bit more there. Got a little brighter. So nice to see that it is active and continuing to do its thing. Now, speaking of Semeru, and there's also the other one that we look at on a regular basis, and that is Merapi. And we have, yeah, we got a couple of very interesting videos that I watched today, and thank you to Sue for sending those in. And we're going to post the link to one of them here now. And you guys will want to bookmark this if you haven't watched it already. It was a very, very good, interesting show about how Australia's plate is pushing in under the Eurasian plate, and why ones like Merapi and Semeru and Krakatoa are erupting. And it's all because of the Australian plate sliding in underneath and giving it the push and the gas and everything else that it needs. So you guys can have a look at that one. And let's see, the other one that we had here, which one? Oh, this is the other one. This is for Iceland. I didn't actually watch the other one, so I'm not going to post that link yet. Maybe I'll save that one for tomorrow. But that link that I posted there, that is a fairly lengthy video. So click on that link, bookmark it for now, and grab it and watch it later. It is full of some very interesting information, and it will explain what's happening in Java for the most part, and Indonesia for the most part, and including areas like Papua New Guinea and those types of things. And that will kind of give you more of an idea of why the volcanoes are there, why they're erupting when they do, and why they're so dangerous. And one of the ones, of course, that they really talk about is not Semeru, but rather Merapi. Merapi is a super volcano, and if Merapi goes, it'll make Toba or Krakatoa or any of those other ones look like a tiny, tiny little explosion. And I'm serious. If you take a look at that video, you'll understand, and you will realize that Australian plate pushing underneath Indonesia could be an end of life situation for us. Never mind Yellowstone. Yellowstone is small. Okay. Thank you, Tom, for the 5-minute warning. Anyway, that is very lively stuff there at Semeru, and that, of course, was from 3:49 a.m. their time. If we go back a little bit further, we did see that they had it zoomed in black and white mode on the other one. So that will show up there, and that is pretty cool. And that gives you more of an idea of what was going on closer up into the elements of the crater itself and the lava exiting that area. So pretty cool, guys, and that is awesome. Anyway, let's go over to our other one here, and that, of course, is Merapi, the one that we gotta watch out for. So unfortunately, Merapi is behind clouds once again, and that is kind of its modus operandi, I think, as far as what we're seeing. There you can see it is continuing to smoke and off gas quite heavily. This is at 7:30 this morning, and it kept on going. We haven't seen anything come down from it as of yet. No lava. This is earlier, 6:44 a.m. And you can see the plume fairly decently there in those shots. If we back up a little bit more, go back about 3 hours or so, that's 5:22 a.m. Yes, it does actually look lighter at 5:22 than it did at 6:44. And I'm not sure it's because the sun and the moon are up or what the scoop is. This is back to 4:08 a.m. and we don't see that much there. Anyway, before that, I think it was right around here. That's about the last of the visuals that we see, and then it went behind the clouds, so 2:55 a.m. and roughly. Anyway, let's go over to New Zealand real quick. We'll take a look at Mount. An error occurred. Oh no, I hate when errors occur. That's almost like. Let's wait for it to reload. We'll go back here, and we'll see if it'll reload for us. Hopefully it will. And has it reloaded? Yep. We'll click on that and make it go. Anyway, there is Mount Ruapehu. Well, hang on, we can't see it. It's hiding behind some of those clouds. And welcome, Grenzed, by the way, and glad to have you on board. Going back a little bit here, we'll see if we can locate it. Yeah, we can see part of it, and there's the bottom portion. We do see some snow, but still, oh, there we go. Now we got better view. And there is Mount Ruapehu. And of course, that was earlier today. Of course, it's raining there now, of course, for showtime. Anyway, that is what we see. And no plumes, no smoke, nothing coming out of it. For those who are curious what the caldera up top looks like, that is a picture of the lake up at the top of Mount Ruapehu. And pretty awesome looking, and lots of snow and stuff up there. I don't know when this picture was taken, but you can definitely see that. And if this thing ever really popped, we'd be in trouble too, because it having a lake up on the top, that would be a real blast. Some of the water gets mixed with that lava, and of course we all know, pardon me, that the gases, when the water hits the lava, the water turns to steam, which is 100 times the volume of the actual water was, and that means it's going to expand very quickly, and yeah, then you'll be in trouble. Swifterbant, Cananastus country. I don't think you live in Swifterbant. But their temperatures are probably better than yours. Let's see. I'm curious what your temp is. Oh, Swift current -15. You're colder than I am up here. Wow. That is pretty cool. Anyway, there is our wonderful Mount Ruapehu not doing anything. We'll leave it be. This is what it is like there right now. Present conditions. That is live at 14:30 at their time. Anyway, looking at the next one here, and we will refresh this since I didn't do that earlier. And this is, of course, from Taupur. And we'll look at the activity seismic wise. We see from the 14th on here, it is the 14th there already, 13th here. We see one little tiny quake in there, and most of the activity has been very low. So nothing major going on there whatsoever, and I think we are kind of the same there. Yeah, Casey, that'll weather will go down there. Topor report on GeoNet, and that is what this is GeoNet, and we've dropped that link in here before, so you guys can see it, and there I'll drop it again, just so you have it, and you can go through and take a look at all of it. Here's a live view of it for, well, right now it is raining there. There's Taupur Lake, and there it's rain. It's rain. Make sure you got good windshield wipers on. And that is it for there. And I got pinged 15 minutes ago. All right. No worries. I'm going to go take a break, though. And I need to. My voice is starting, actually, my throat is really hot right now. So I'm going to take that break, though, guys. And we will put you back. Let's see if we can put you back over here and see if our lava is still working. I haven't checked. We may be out of lava. Or out of visibility, and let's see if that'll show up there. Maybe it'll clear a little bit and we can see better, but right now that is what we are seeing at in Sicily. I think I'll leave it on here in case something happens or it clears up. If it goes totally wonky, we'll have to figure out something else. And that is, oh, hang on, let's put it on live. It wasn't live. And, ooh, that's no good. So that's no good at all. Maybe what I'll do is I'll back it up a little bit here so you can see what it looked like earlier. And I'll leave that on for right now. So this is a little while back and not by much. That's 2 hours ago. So 2 hours, 30 minutes, something like that. We'll leave that on, and that's better than looking at nothing on the screen. And I will throw on that music. Keep smiling, you guys. Hit that like button if you haven't done so as of yet. And also, if you're sitting on the sidelines, please do consider hitting that subscribe button if you feel we've earned it. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'll be back after the break, and then we'll carry on with our wonderful stream. Don't go away, guys. Thanks. And I've got that microphone back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000. And of course, you are watching VolcanoX, a live stream. On the screen, of course, is Mount Etna from a couple of hours ago. Since we don't have visibility at current time, but that is okay. Anyway, thank you everyone for the welcome backs from, let's see, who said welcome back? Sue and Kananaska's country and Teresa and Wonky, the armored donkey, and Sharon Stewart. I'm not doing it. Thank you. My voice is not going to work. And Billy Bob, Joe, thank you, and Gren said thanks there as well. Appreciate that, you guys. So let's carry on with our volcano stuff. And I do believe the next one that we want to have a peek at, well, we're going to cheat a little bit. We are going to go to a different one. Typically we'd be heading over to Japan, but let's go to this one. I think you guys might know where that is, and as soon as my screens change here properly, we will get that in the right shape, and that should be there. That is our Fissure 3 at Mauna Loa. That is live. And that is right now, and it is 15:44 in the afternoon there, and that is what we're seeing at Mauna Loa. So Mauna Loa looks like a scene where you expect the dinosaurs to come wandering by and do things. It's fine, I'll do it every time for you. Thanks, Sharon Stewart. And recording so you can play it. Yeah, she should. Something. Anyway, it wouldn't take much, and that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, we can see that they've got smoke and steam coming up from all kinds of different spots. We can see different stuff, though. This over here is steam, whereas this area over here is actually a smoke coming out of the other vent over there behind it. Of course, Fissure 3 is a little kind of lengthy, so it's not all in one spot. Gren said, I got your email there. We'll look at it later, and all good. Anyway, we see that, and then of course a couple of other spots where it's hard to tell whether that is off-gassing or steam, but this stuff certainly looks like a steam, and that's what's rolling by as well, clouds. So I just figured we'd look at that real quick before we did too much else there. And let's pop over and just have a look at the advisory that they have put out, and there we go, we got that the right shape and size. This one, of course, is the latest one from the 13th, and that is today. And of course, what we are seeing is that they've calmed it down a bunch. Looking at what they've got here, Mauna Loa is no longer erupting. Lava supplying to Fissure 3 event on the northeast rift zone ceased on December 10th, and the sulfur dioxide emissions have decreased to pre-eruption levels, background levels. So in other words, very little. Volcanic tremors and earthquakes associated with the eruption are greatly diminished. So that's basically it in a nutshell right there. And I don't know if they've knocked it down from a red down to an orange yet, but that is what we are seeing right now, right there. And of course, that is live. So you have a pretty good idea of what it's doing there in Hawaii. Just figured we'd show that real quick, just so we're up to date on it. While we're there in Hawaii, let's go take a look at this picture. I thought that was kind of spooky looking, and there we go. We'll get rid of that little banner too. And this, of course, is the lava pond in Kilauea, and it looks like it's gone grown hairs and fuzzy. It's got fungus on it. It's definitely cooling off. The rain made it look like that. And of course, that is still some hot lava underneath there, obviously. And that is what we had there at 8:41 a.m. Today. If we refresh that, we will see what it looks like right now. There we go. Some sunshine getting in there. We aren't seeing any red lava poking through anywhere. The lava tube was on this end feeding it. We're not seeing that anymore. We are seeing some off-gassing and smoke in the area here. That may be steam or that may be smoke. Hard to tell at this point because there's not enough of it to really identify it. And let's take a look at the other shot. This, of course, again from this morning. Looked pretty awesome, and you can see a lot of steam rising everywhere, including up front here. And this is always interesting to see it in places where we don't normally see it. We do see it along the sides, and even some up top here, which is a little odd as well. So a long way around all the way, and it is off-gassing, almost like it is in a fumarole state. So we'll see what happens in the future. I'm thinking that we may see this drop completely in here. That caldera underneath there is probably draining out some of that lava, and we will likely see a collapse in here. No guarantees, that's just my hypothesis of, that lava's going somewhere. We'll see what happens with it in the future. Quick shot at the thermal. This is the thermal from 8:46 a.m. And notice the color here is about the same as the color here. It is really not doing a heck of a lot, so we're between 60 and 70 degrees Celsius in there somewhere. Not very much going on. Last time it dropped, it was 1,600 feet. Well, if it drops 1,600 feet, that'll be scary. Right now, the amount of lava or magma that was in there, we had it at 469 feet, or 143 meters. So if it does drop, that's still a heck of a big drop. And we'll see what happens in the future. If it does drop to 1,600 feet, oh boy, that's going to be one deep hole, and that'll be interesting. Let's go to the current view, though. There's your current shot, and yep, you can see it definitely is starting to cool off. You see some of the darker purplish light colors here on the chart. That's what we're seeing along the sides already. So we know there's more stuff dropping in slowly. And of course, around the whole thing here, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the future. And hopefully there's nothing crazy going on there. It was a hole in 2018. Yep, it was a big hole. And looking at this one, this is from yesterday at about 13:15. That is the caldera. Oh, that's still, oh no, that's refreshed. There we go. This one is at 15:36 today, Hawaii time, looking at the caldera of Mauna Loa. And that is pretty cool. Does Shane have his up? No, Shane's not got his up. This one, though, is, of course, That is from our USGS source there, and that is what we see right now at Mauna Loa. And we went through that. There's no new map, really no new activity there whatsoever. We're not seeing any flows or anything like that, so there's really nothing to talk about here. The road is spared. We know that that's still quite a ways away, 1.9 kilometers or thereabouts, 1.7, something like that. Or sorry, 1.7 miles, or about 2.4 kilometers, roughly, somewhere thereabouts. But yeah, road is not in any danger at all, and we'll leave it as that. Let's go over to our guys that I've been avoiding here, and of course that is our wonderful Japanese ones. And let's see if I can get that working. Why am I not able to see it? Let's refresh that while we're still on this screen, and we'll see if that works. And yeah, we do have that one working, and this one is oh, that one's got commercials, and that's why. And let's see if we can get that looking good on the screen here. Okay, that fixed itself up. Anyway, Semaru, let's go over there. No, not Semaru, Sakurajima, my bad. We see it smoking quite a bit and dumping that material out in front here towards the camera. So visibility very poor. Thank you, Tom, for the 5-minute warning. This is the close-up camera, and you can see that it is doing a nasty job. There's also clouds behind it, and I wanted to check the ice cream boat is in, so you guys can go get an ice cream if you need, and that is really cool. Yeah, that should be working. Anyway, ice cream boat there is Sakurajima, and we can do that. And let's go over to the next one. Oh, I didn't go back in time here. Let's just do that a little bit. We'll see what it looked like during the night. And it did continue to off-gas. They also had some pretty bad weather there. You can see it was fairly cloudy. That's 7 a.m. was raining at the time. And that is pretty smoky. And when we go back into the nighttime hours, it didn't change much. It was still smoking, doing its thing, and continued. You can see a little bit of a glow in here, so we know that there is still lava, that this thing can still pop at any point in time. So everyone beware of that, and we can see eruptions. You can see that glow, and that is pretty cool. And I'll step back one more time here, and that is at 1:06 a.m. I don't see too much glow there, but that looks like a heavier plume. We'll leave it there. Let's go to our next one. This is Suwanoshijima, also in Japan, southern islands, and we see it off-gassing, and we're going to back up a bunch here as well, and see just about 6 a.m. it was doing about the same thing. And nighttime views, of course, kind of hindered by the fact that we've got a lot of moonlight, so we're not seeing any of the glow from the lava. But you do see it's smoking fairly well here, and continuing to do its thing. Let's skip ahead here, and what, a Pepsi float? Good idea. Yeah, it would be. But for right now, we'll skip that. And we're buffering here too. Come on, what the heck is going on? It's almost like everything decided to not work. Skip ahead to live. Why is it not working? Go live. All right. That one's going to be a bit. I don't know why. Let's try that again. There it goes. There's Mount Fuji. And looking pretty. Mount Fuji. And not bad. Let's get rid of some of those clouds earlier in the morning. No new snow on it from what I see, but it is there. Anyway, that is all good for right now. It is just about break time again, and we will take another break. And actually, we're going to go take a quick peek here at Yellowstone just before that break. And Yellowstone is pretty quiet, so I don't need to worry about that. And of course, if you guys have not gone to the Yellowstone site during the daytime, it is actually pretty darn awesome. You can take a look at the Old Faithful erupting on regular basis there. And of course, if you want to get that, Yellowstone is the keyword. C&D Boy just brought it up. There's the link. You can take a look at their 400 or 500 active geysers, plus of course it's a super volcano, so worthy of having a peek at this site, and especially during the day. On that friendly note, I'm going to go take a break and try to save my voice for the rest of the show here. And when we come back, we'll do some earthquakes, and I don't know how much of the weather I can do. We'll see. Throat is really getting very, very sore, so we'll see what we can do. All right, you guys, be good, be kind, be careful, and let's see if we can find you back onto that lava and see what it looks like right now before I send you there. And what do we got? And we got nothing. We got no visibility there. And yep, we must have had some clouds move in. So we're going to go to plan B. And plan B is to go look at Mauna Loa. And since that is doing its thing, and it is a live stream, so we will put you there for right now. And hopefully that'll be good. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I want this guy. Again, not what I want. That's, darn it. There we go. No, this one. Okay, got the right button. And that shifted over some. I wonder how that happened. Okay, anyway, we'll leave that on there. That is Fisher number 3 at Mauna Loa. For those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please help us out. Give it a quick bop. Also, for those people who haven't subscribed, if you're enjoying the show, by all means, hit that subscribe button, and 1 minute later you can join in the chat here. And bye to Brian Rock, a rail fan. Take care, buddy. And on that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and when we get back, we'll do earthquakes, and we'll go from there for the other good stuff, like the weather and all that. So don't go away. More to come. Thanks, guys. go. That microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching a VolcanoX live stream. And what the heck is going on here? Thank you, Sue, for the welcome back. And people spinning around the dance floor. I could swear I seen a dinosaur walking by there. I have no idea what the heck is going on. Anyway, thank you everyone, and let's get over to our earthquakes for today, and we'll see what we can do and find out. So let's go over, have a look, and thanks Cananaska's country for the welcome back. It's the land before time. It sure looks that way. It does look kind of spooky, and you would expect a dinosaur to go walking by there, you know? You really do. I would expect a little more lava, though. Just a tad. Maybe that's just me. And thank you, Sharon Stewart. Glad you hear me. Barely hear me. You missed the dinosaur, Sue. Oh, darn it. Let's see if he'll come back out. Hey, Dino, come here. Where are you? Come on, little Dino. You can come out. It's okay. Sue won't bite you. There he is. He's looking at it, hopping up on there. Alrighty. He's gonna boogie you all the way across the screen here. God. Alright, there. LOL, more lava. Yeah. We need more lava. And then we need more dinosaurs too. That'd be cool. Alright, let's go over there. As you can probably hear, my voice is just about finished. So we're going to try to do this in a slightly different manner here. Anyway, let's look at real quick at Hawaii earthquakes. Mauna Loa, very few. We've got one tremor up top from 1.8, and that is from 15 minutes after 6.2 kilometers down below sea level. Let's take a look at these two over here. I'm fairly new in the Kilauea crater, and that is 2.1 from 1859, 2.3 kilometers down, and this one is also underneath Kilauea. That is 400 meters above sea level, but still down in the earth. And that's a 2.3 from 1859. We also see this guy out here, 2.3. And drink some hot tea. I got no time to make tea. What do you think this is, a tea party, Cananaska's country? For me to make tea is a whole bunch of trouble. So let me just go through this, and we'll get this done. I'll drink tea afterwards, and that takes about 20 minutes to make. By the time I heat up the water and find the tea that I want and all that. So this isn't a restaurant. It's me, myself, and I don't have somebody serving me. So anyway, yeah, it hurts. So anyway, the 2.3 and 1535 was the time on it. Now it's deep, 26.8 kilometers down. So that's what we've got there. We've got a bunch here in the Pahala area, and I'm not even going to go over them. We do have one just off the coast here in the water, 2.0. That's yesterday's. I'm not going to worry about that. But for those who want to, you can go to the USGS site and take a look at some of the earthquakes there. And yeah, thanks, Cananaskas. I know you mean well. It's just right now, want to get this going. Looking at some of the newer quakes here, Kermadec Ridge 5.4 from 5:26 a.m., 60.9 kilometers down. We see a couple small ones, 4.9 in Fiji from yesterday, and 4.8 there from today. And again, you guys are more than welcome to go have a look at the site. Still see that unusual one down here, Western Australia, and that is kind of interesting. But that video that I dropped a link for earlier today from Sue, that was absolutely awesome, and it tells you all about what is happening there in the Indonesian area, and places like, well, all of it, Java, and you name it, all the way along here, the entire Indonesian coast area, and that rift zone. Pretty awesome stuff. Anyway, 4.7 there for that one. 1509 was the time, 80 kilometers down. This one right here, that's the island of Bali, and we have 5.2, and that was from 338, 10 clicks down. Then we also have a 4.6, and this one here, 4.9. And as they say, Bali region. So that is what we've got in that area. We do see this one here, 4.7, Banda Sea, and going up. Japan area out near, that's fairly close to Suwanoshi-jima, but not on it. 5.7, fairly big, and that happened at 7:25. And let's go up here. We do see another one on Japan, 4.0, and from 618 and 322 clicks down for that guy. I do see this one, and I wish Piggy was awake, because that is going to mean more shakers and quakes for her in all likelihood, since that's the Arabian microplate, and this is usually an indicator that that whole thing is moving, and hopefully she won't get any more quakes there. 5.2, and that of course is in Iran, and that is a little unusual. 7:14 a.m. is the time on that one, 10 kilometers down. 4.1, 13:16 is the time on that one in Tajikistan, and 153 clicks down. We do see this one here in Turkey, 4.4, and that might have shaken a little bit there for Piggy, but that is still quite a distance away. We do see one more over in Greece here, 4.2, and that is kind of it for the earthquakes. Not going to worry about anything else that we see on there right now. My throat won't handle it. Quick peek over at the Canary Islands, just to make sure we don't miss anything over there. And let's just zoom out a little bit. And we don't see anything up here on the fault, so that is okay. And we do see this guy out in the water, 1.3, came in at 18:13 UTC. And that's all good. And then zooming in right on La Palma, and we only have one quake today, and that is right there. So that is actually only 1 kilometer down, so very likely caused by compression from the lava flows, and that was at 4:49 a.m. So not likely construction workers. And that would be about what we've got, and that's it for that area. Quick peek at the map from around the world for the volcanoes. Going to refresh that so we can see what we've got there, if it'll come back. And let's lower that, and come on, map. You can do it. I'm sure that you like getting the advertising up there. And all right, there's some stuff. Okay, make it a little bigger, and there we go. And of course, I'm just looking through everything really quickly. I don't see any changes here, and let's zoom in a little bit on the coastlines here of the western side of our South America. We don't see anything new. Of course, Lascar still doing its thing, and definitely still working away. Sabancaya still there. Of course, Fernandina out here in the Galapagos, it's all quiet, not doing a lot. And we've got our other guys here, Sangay and Cotopaxi, and then Revendador, and then the other ones, Percy, are quiet as well. Nevado and Del Ruz are still fairly active, and of course, these are guys here in Central America. Messiah is there, Talika is there, and of course, San Miguel, the new one that we've got the camera on there. That is what we were able to see. Not much. Fuego still doing its thing, and of course Popocatépetl working away. And let's zoom in here a little bit more. And Tapur and White Isle volcano still the same. Our two here in Tonga still doing their thing, Tofua and Home Reef. And looking at the rest of it here, everybody's pretty much normal. I don't see any changes. Ibu de Kono still working away, and of course Bulasan and Mayon still off-gassing some to all, still an orange. I haven't seen any updates on it as of recently. High I is still there as an orange, and then of course Suwanoshi Jima and Sakura Jima still a red. And looking up here, we still see these guys are pretty much normal on the Kamchatka Peninsula, same as the ones here on our Aleutian Islands area. And that's about good for those guys, and nothing new here. That's still the same. Piton del La Formes out in Reunion Island. And of course, then we've got these guys in Africa, Urta Ale doing its thing. And of course, Etna. I don't know if they're going to change Etna to a red or not. We'll see what happens, but they haven't done anything with it yet. Volcano Stromboli and Campi also there. And that's it for the volcanoes. And what we'll do, just pop over a quick peek at, I need to refresh that one. Global seismicity is still considered a moderate for today. Nothing super new. One that was over 6. Other than that, we don't have anything that is earth shaking, if you will. Get it? Earth shaking? And so, I know, seismic joke. It's a seismic joke. All right, it's starting to snow here. Anyway, let's close that. Oh, we got a new one here. Let's just peek at that. And that is a 4.3 down in Chile from 1911 their time. 33.6 kilometers down for him. So that's what we're seeing. And nothing really new or fantastic or scary. And we'll leave that be. And I think our next port of call, I'm just checking the cameras at Etna, and we still have no visibility on one at all. The other one that we were looking at originally is just a red spot and not looking very good. So we got some clouds in the way, nothing we can do about that. Anyway, let's leave that be, and I'm looking at the clock. It's time for me to take a little bit of a break. Again, I know it is a break time. Hopefully they'll clear that focus up. That, of course, is Fissure 3 at Mauna Loa there in Hawaii. And I'll leave it on here. I'm sure they'll focus that camera soon. With all the stuff going by, that's likely what's, all the clouds going by, that's likely what's causing it. Unless you guys want some canned lava, I've got some canned lava we can put on there real quick. That's probably better. Let's see what this one looks like. How much is in that can? Position. Yeah, we can show that. I'll leave that on there. That looks better. That is archive footage. So enjoy that. Canned lava is good. Yeah, canned lava. There you go. At least you got something decent to look at. That can still has a lot in it. All right, on that note, I'm going to go take that break. After that, we'll come back and do a condensed version of our SO2 and weather, and then we'll call it a night because I can't do much more with my throat. So don't go away. Keep smiling. Be good, and hit that like button if you haven't hit it already. That would be awesome. And on that note, I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so, maybe a little longer. We'll see. Don't go away. Thanks. that microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone, and glad that you're all here. And thank you to Sharon Stewart for gifting the 5 membership gift pack. I see Matt and Jen Butzler got one of them, and David got the other one. Wow, Sharon Stewart, thank you very kindly for that very nice super chat as well. Here, hey Doc, for tea and Ricola. I hope you feel better soon. Me too. Thank you very kindly, Sharon Stewart. That is an awesome super chat, and do appreciate that support. That is cool. And yeah. Actually, I can hear you. Yeah, you can barely hear me. I kind of figured part of this, what might be causing this, and let's get over to the SO2 map, and we'll take a look at that. And I didn't notice this earlier because I hadn't refreshed the map. But take a look at the SO2 map and look at where the SO2 is actually at. And we've had the wavefront come through Edmonton with the SO2. So I'm wondering if that might be what's causing my sore throat today. And that is really pretty heavy here. So I don't know. It might be. It might be. I don't know if maybe that's what the issue is. But anyway, that is our current SO2 chart. And we do see what's going on here. So Hawaii, the levels, of course, are, yeah, you're right in line with the SO2 path. Right now, yeah, we are. So we've had one of the fronts already go through. And we've got elevated levels here in Alberta. And I'm seriously thinking that might be what's causing me to have that sore throat. Anyway, we see that, of course, I'm liking the fact that it isn't putting out anymore, and that is good. We see the rest of this is starting to diminish out here as well. And we see where this storm system is here. The rain has washed out a lot of it already out of the atmosphere. We do still see quite a bit here, though, and I'm not sure which way that's going to go. I'm hoping that is going to go somewhere else. Seriously, that is not good for me. But anyway, you can see the areas here. A lot better in Florida, and even in Texas the levels are down a whole bunch. Mexico, we still see quite a bit of a plume here from Popocatépetl and Mexico City, but it's not anywhere near as bad into the Gulf here as what it was. We do see the stuff still hanging around out here in Central America as well. And sliding down. South America looks really good right now. Plunk me right about here. I'll be okay. Machu Picchu sounds good. Looks like it'd be clear there, and that would be awesome. Quick peek over here, and White Isle volcano, not so bad. And not sure. I don't think Leo is using his barbecue. Maybe somebody else is. We see the stuff in Australia, not bad. Tofua out here, that may be Tofua and Hunga Ha'apai. We don't know for sure, but they could both be off-gassing. Vanuatu area, we see Aoba is still doing its thing, pushing out a lot of SO2. And pretty much normal in Papua New Guinea and the Malaysia and Indonesian area. Merapi throwing out a bunch, and of course Semeru as well. Ibu and Dakono still working away there, and looks pretty normal in Japan, not so much from Suwanoshijima. same as Sakurajima. A little easier today. Hard to tell though with all the extra SO2 around. And going up here into the Kamchatka Peninsula, we're seeing a little bit more, but hopefully that'll die down as well. Nothing really wild there in South Africa. Everything looks pretty good here in Central America, or Central, I guess the Arabian area, anyway, Saudi Arabia doing its thing, and nothing too wild. Etna is way down as far as the output of SO2 in comparison to other stuff. They are about 4,000 tons a day, and that is peanuts in comparison to what was coming out of Mauna Loa. And we can't tell what's coming from Iceland because they still have that big cloud over there. Let's go over to the weather real quick. And I'm going to try to keep this real quick. Looks cold up here in the northern portions of our wonderful Alaska and Yukon, Northwest Territories, and none of it is, they've got some of that warm air coming up through though. And we see that a cold front moved out of Alberta, or mostly, and down here where Kananaskis country is, he's got some of that cold weather. That'll warm up for you, Casey. Don't you worry. Eventually, it'll warm up for you. If that keeps pushing through, that'll go over there into Winterpeg, where we want it. Anyway, and it is showing about 4 or 5 below 0 here, Celsius, in Edmonton, and that's not that bad. Northern Ontario, good portion here, not so bad. We do see the cold, though, still pushing down into the rest of Ontario, going all the way down here to our little panhandle, and that, of course, being down to -5, -6, -4 in Toronto, London coming in at about -6, -7. Montreal hitting a -6, and Quebec a -9. And out here, wow, this low is not in a good spot. It's pulling all that cold air across New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and PEI. And yeah, you got warm temps out in the underneath that storm, but the rest of it, Cole Harbour -5, Halifax -5 or 6, and we see that storm is trying, well, that low is trying to pull up some of that warm air as well. It's not doing that good of a job. We do still see a fairly large amount of cold in these areas. We know there were some earthquakes, or not earthquakes, tornadoes in Oklahoma. And hopefully those people are all okay. I did see a couple of videos where some homes were destroyed, unfortunately. Portland coming in at 3. LA is about 8 right now. That's not very warm for them at all. Death Valley at 10 degrees. Yep. And need a jacket or you'll freeze to death. Mexicali only coming in at about 9 or 10. Phoenix for a second day in a row. Up in the northern areas here, they had snow again, so that's pretty wild. 7 down in Tucson, and looking at Texas, we've got San Antonio at 17, 23 at Houston. That's probably the hot spot. Corpus Christi about 23 as well. Dallas only 13 up there. And New Orleans 22. Looking over at Florida, even that is a little bit on the cooler side. There are a couple 23s in there, but not very many of them. And looking up the eastern seaboard of the U.S., Grandma B's house right at the freezing mark. Grandma B, you're going to get some snow. And Philadelphia 0, New York 0 or -1, Boston at +1. So that's what we've got there. Cancun coming in about 25, not so warm. And then we see Brazil The warm area, I guess, is down here in Argentina. The rest is not too bad. It should be around that temperature for nighttime. Argentina being the hot place, with some up to about 30 degrees there for the most part, and warmer up here in Paraguay as well. A little cooler again in Uruguay. Sliding over real quick, having a look at New Zealand. Yep, it's raining, but it's warmer, which is nice. Looking at Christchurch, 24 today. Wellington making it to 22, so not so bad. Up here in Grenzed's area, about 20 degrees, and there we go. 22 for Grenzed, there we go. That is pretty awesome, and thanks. Looking at Australia here, at Tasmania, Hobart only making it to 12. They've got cold air being pumped up from below somewhere, and then 14 in Melbourne, not so nice. 18 in Adelaide, Sydney coming in at about 21, 22, 23, depending on where you hold your mouse or hamster. And about 25, 26 there in Perth. We do see some of that heat out here. Some very nice warm temps. 39 is the highest I see up there. Maybe a 40 in between somewhere else, but not so much. And then looking at Brisbane, we've got about 32 degrees Celsius, and that is the home of Oz. Very warm there, and yeah, northern areas are fairly good. Looking at the rest of it, we see Indonesian areas, variable weather. We're still seeing some of that colder stuff sliding down, and Bangkok only making it to about 24 degrees Celsius. Thank you, Sue. And that's what we've got there. Manila is still showing at 29 though, so they are okay. And looking at that cold, that high here is not doing anybody any favors. It's pulling down that cold air. And we see Japan a lot cooler today than it was before, so they will likely get some snow in places. Tokyo making it to about 12 or 13 today, and see a very cold stuff. And this low, a little confusing here, but it's pulling in some of the warmer air and trying to mix it with the cold stuff over there. That just means we're going to see some more snow and rain. Another storm brewing. A big high sitting out here at Kamchatka Peninsula, actually not as cold as it could be. And going down here, Bay of Bengal, pretty calm for the most part. We do have a low sitting here. Not that warm there either. Delhi only making it to 12 again, and that is not so good. And about 25, 26 out there in Sri Lanka. And Cape Town making it to a 19, 18. That's not that bad. And we see warm here, awful warm in here. That is nice. I like warm. Anyway, looking at our African area, it's not bad. Sahara Desert, it's nighttime, so temperatures, of course, cooled down. Cairo is at 14 today. Yesterday it was 13, so that's a little better. And UAE down to 17 in some places, 16 in the other spots here. So fairly cool for them. They will be freezing. And let's check Piggy's house, and Piggy is around 16, 17 degrees Celsius right now. Looks like the wind direction changed again. Yesterday it was blowing upward, and now it's blowing back down here. So thanks, Sue, for bringing up Piggy's weather. We'll see what that says. And there we are, 17 degrees. That's not so bad. And of course, Yvonne Kunkel being out there at Mount Etna, and that is 11, 12, 13 degrees. So depending on where you're standing, coastline is a little bit warmer, but definitely up on the mountains there. a little on the cooler side. I got to stay close to the lava to stay warm. And of course, there we see the boot of Italy, a little bit warmer down on the bottom. Naples here about 14, Rome coming in at 8, Burr and Milano making it to 1 degree. New Irish Monkland looks like it's in better shape, and that is Sardinia. And that is not bad for 13, 14, 15 degrees kind of thing. Spain and Portugal, bottom halves look not bad. Top halves a little bit on the cooler side, but still better than what they had yesterday. Same thing, we notice where the cutoff line here is for the warmer stuff, pushing back out of France. So the upper portion of France quite cold. We got a -6 there in Munich, and Frankfurt is about -4. Cologne coming in at -3, -6, -7 in Berlin, and Hamburg about -6. Copenhagen over here at 0. They're getting the other wind currents here doing their thing. And very cold in England, -1 in London right now. Plymouth is 2 degrees, but we see Birmingham -5. Leeds about -5 as well. Glasgow up here in Scotland -6. And Dublin making it to 1. Irish Monkland over here where Doolin is would be about -3 or thereabouts, so very cold. Quick peek at Iceland, and we see some very cold temperatures up on the ice patches up top there. Reykjavik coming in at -9 today, so not good. You guys will freeze. I know we missed these cold areas here. Oslo -13, and Stockholm minus about 8. St. Petersburg -6, so that's not so bad. But yeah, some cold temps there. And by the way, the weather guessers are wrong. It's snowing here. And I just refreshed that. I didn't need to do that. I wanted to click to precipitation. Looking at what we've got there, Alaska's got some snow up in northern portions of Canada. We do see there's some snow here in Alberta as well, and I don't know if that is entirely accurate because it is snowing here. So how did they get that? I don't know. Big snowflakes too. And we see some of those. This storm front, let's talk about that for a second. Many places have shut stuff down this morning. There was stuff shut down here in western Colorado or eastern Colorado. The highways were shut down because of the potential for more snow. So we do see that all the way from about Houston all the way up into Winnipeg, actually, and they are getting that storm front through there. When that came through in California, it dropped about 6 feet of snow in some places. So 6 feet, just about 2 meters. So that's a ridiculous amount of snow. We do see some ice rain there and here as well in South Dakota and going into Iowa, I guess, and Ohio and those areas. They're getting Chicago's going to get it. Anyway, going down here, we do see some cloudy storm stuff for David, so he is not going to be filming anything for a day, and that's okay. Quick peek at the rainforest, and down here we do see this nasty storm out in the Atlantic, and that's okay. A little better looking in the southern portions of South America until you get down to the bottom end here. Chile, of course, having a lot of weather. And here's the, even though it's warmer there in our good old New Zealand, it is still got some rain patches here and there on the South Island, and the North Island is pretty much wet everywhere. And that's thanks to this low pulling all that moisture in and dumping it right there. And looking at what we've got here, that high, of course, bringing up that cold air, and that is mixing with the hot stuff. We're seeing precipitation there in both Tasmania as well as the bottom southeast corner of Australia. Going up north of Brisbane, and we do see some stuff there as well. And then we see what we've got here, and the rest of Indonesian, Malaysian, Papua New Guinea areas, and those they got storms everywhere. Same thing with over here in the Indian Ocean, this low sitting there. And then here's what's happening in Japan, not so good. And we see snow even down here in the southern end where they don't usually get too much snow. And looks like Korea also getting some there. And here's that nasty system that is up in this area. Wow, that low making a mess. And let's go over, look at Africa real quick. Rainy season, of course, looking at the southern portions, fairly dry here in the Sahara Desert. And what I was saying about Piggy's place, so yeah, she'll likely get some rain in there. We do see this storm over here hitting Turkey and Cyprus. And of course, this a little smaller storm is kind of getting Crete a little bit there. And of course, there's Sicily, they do have some rain. And New Irish Monkland getting pelted with rain, all of it. And looks really nasty there in the Mediterranean. And of course, down here in Portugal and those warmer areas in Spain, they are getting nailed. Quick check, Canary Islands not so bad, but looks pretty rough there. And we are seeing this area here in France has got ice rain. So warmer stuff here, colder stuff there. That's that cutoff, and right in between it's getting ice rain. We do see some snow in the German side of the Alps here, as well as just the bottom end, not too much. Denmark getting some snow up on the top here, including likely up here in Copenhagen. And southern end of England getting snow as well. Central portions pretty clear. Up in Scotland, some snow up there as well, and rain mix. And Ireland looks not bad. South end of Sweden, of course, getting nailed. North end is getting nailed as well. Same thing with Finland and the rest of the areas here. Let's have a look at Iceland. Not as much snow as yesterday, but still some pockets of snow, and down here in the south as well. So that is pretty much it. And then, of course, the other areas up here we see they're getting, like Lapland and Svalbard, Jan Mayen, and those places. Everybody's getting some rough weather there for those people. Anyway, let's put it back on the temperatures. I don't think the cold temperatures down here is going to be about minus 36 today, and that is as cold as we're going to get it there in our wonderful Antarctica. So the penguins are happy. Minus 36 is peanuts for them. And let's take a look and see what we've got in Canada. Minus 35 up there, minus 36 up there, and I'll probably find a couple colder spots. Let's zoom in a little bit. Where did I have it? Oh, minus 40 right there. So yeah, minus 40 up here in Canada, and that is what we're seeing. So that is a little bit cold, and yes, that's right, Sharon, 36, minus 36 is what I found, and minus 40 up in Canada, and then we'll take a look at Greenland. We've got some colder temps, minus 40 for sure there, and some really cold stuff has got to be in here, minus 40 something, minus 41, and yeah, very cold there, minus 42, and yeah, minus 42 is what we've seen on the map here. So where'd that go? I had it, and it's gone. It disappeared on me. There it is, minus 42, and is there 43? No, we'll have to live with that minus 42 for Greenland. And let's go to Siberia. That's where it's going to be a cold, and already a minus 52, minus 53 bear. Just makes me shiver thinking about it. It's a good thing we got canned lava to look at, and warm those hearts. And let's see what else we can find here. There's got to be some colder areas. Down some of these rivers it gets really cold, so we'll take a look back in here. Minus 50, I'll just zoom in a little bit and that'll help. 49, 48, nope, need 52, and minus 53 I seen in there, and whoop, minus 55, minus 56, minus 57. So far minus 57. All right, I'm gonna leave it and be there. I can't go on because of my voice. So minus 57 degrees Celsius there in Siberia. What did Sue find? Oh, Sue found minus 60. Oh, wow. All right, you guys, that's it for me for today. My voice is done. I'm going to put you back on the canned lava. And that is all good for now. So a big thank you, first off, to all of you who are here. I really do appreciate every one of you. Thank you to our wonderful super chatters. That is Piggy, and Piggy again, and Linda Schoof, and Leo Carlson, and Sharon Stewart. Thank you. And Sharon Stewart also gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very kindly for that wonderful support from all of you. And then also want to say thanks to everyone for being here. Hopefully we'll be able to see some more of Etna's wonderful lava come tomorrow. That would be really good. And on those friendly notes, big thank you to the moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, CND Boy, Gary 24/7 Live, he's at Skies, and Joseph, and Mona Lisa Smiles. Good to see you, Mona Lisa. And by the way, Ed from Vancouver Island says, tell Mona Lisa I said hi. Okay. Mona Lisa, I'm losing my voice, and it's leaving me. So I'm going to leave it at that, you guys. Thanks, everyone, again, for being here. Be good, be kind, take care of yourselves. And I think this SO2 gas may be doing exactly what I think it's doing, as my voice is gone. You sound terrible. Yeah, I do. Right now I do, anyway. We'll hope it gets a little better. And anyway, be good, everyone. Take care. And I'm going to rest my voice and not talk to anybody verbally tonight. So be good and be kind, take care, and most of all, please, please tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Take care, and where's the F-wrong doctor? Foxy. Yeah. He's right down there in my throat. Can you hear him? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Good night, everyone. Be good, be kind, take care. And make sure you tell your loved ones you love them. Okay? Good night.